What's going on, everybody? This is going to be a video on when I think that Bitcoin is actually going to be going up, hence the crypto market, because once the Bitcoin market starts to really go into a bull market, all the altcoins, Ethereum, all that starts to follow. So here we've got a chart up, and I actually brought this chart up based off of a video that I saw from Raoul Paul the other day. He's like talking about when is the crypto market slash Bitcoin market gonna start to go up? And a lot of people are saying, well, it's going to be once the halving occurs. And he goes, well, I don't think it's going to be so much when the halving occurs, so much as when more liquidity starts being dumped into the markets. And so I actually agree with this thesis of his. I like Raoul Paul. I think he's very smart. He's not a short-term thinker when it comes to crypto and the technology behind it. But you can see here in this chart, so these are kind of like inverted, all right? So you have to take a look at like this. When this goes up, this means they're actually injecting liquidity into the market, hence also lowering interest rates. Now, when interest rates went up like this, okay, we started to see, down, and liquidity started being injected into the markets. You can see down here, it's kind of hard to see, but the Bitcoin market did have a slight bull run. Now it kind of like flattens out, and there was some like things like Mt. Gox, and crypto was just trying to find its footing. But this sustained interest rate, low interest rate, actually also kicked off the 2016-17 bull run, which is when I actually got into crypto. But take a look at this. Once they started taking liquidity out or hiring interest rates, well, what happened? The market started to decline, and you can see that happening here. Then we started to see a little bit of a recovery here because like the tech probably started catching up with the hype of crypto. But then we've got like the interest rates starting to lift again. We have like a little bit of a decline, but then we start to see an incline right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right here, all right? And that is correlated with them, again, lowering interest rates. Now, what happens here? Take a look at this, okay? Right here, this is coronavirus, all right? This is what we call the everything dump. So everything went down in a flash crash. But what did the United States Federal Reserve do? They acted with crazy ferocity, and this thing went up in a fashion that was definitely never done here or even starting to occur here. So this thing goes up, and even after that, we had, this is like the Biden administration, this is the Trump administration. We start to see the money printer go burr, more liquidity come into the markets, and what happens? The crypto market went haywire, okay? Went haywire. Now, here's what you got to pay attention to. This is really, really important. Since all of this, remember that downward means they're increasing the interest rates, all right? And interest rates have been increased by like 5,500%. They went from damn near 0 to like 5.5 to where they're at today, okay? But here's the wild part. Crypto's been flat. So typically when they do this, crypto should go down. Now it has been rocky. It has been rocky, but it's been flat. So what's going to cause a liquidity crisis or something that will drive liquidity into the markets by the Federal Reserve, which by the way is a flawed way of doing things? It's probably going to be another crazy world event. So it could be the war that we're starting to see with Hamas and Israel, okay? Another war, heaven forbid, with China. Another pandemic, which I hope it's not that because that would suck, or war. It's probably, in my opinion, something in the economy, in the U.S. economy, is going to break, all right? And once that breaks, what does the Fed do? Well, it's going to respond, and I think it's going to respond pretty sharply because, again, you can't go back on doing this. Like, the cat's already out of the bag. So people are going to expect stimulus. And when something happens, something grave happens, you're going to see a pump like that. And when you see that, I mean, it's going to make this look like, T-ball practice. compared to a major league game, in my opinion. And what's going to happen to the crypto market? Up and to the right. Don't let people deceive you thinking like, oh, it's going to be XRP, it's going to be Ethereum, it's going to be Bitcoin. That's all bullshit, all right? It's going to be when they inject liquidity in the market and people have access to money. Because right now, if you take a look at the market cap of Bitcoin, it doesn't go very much further than, $500 billion. It's just staying within that range, 450, 500, 550 billion. That's all it's staying in. It's not going out of that. It's not going inside. And why is that? There are no new buyers. Same rule would apply to the stock market. All right. Same rule would apply to the commodities markets, gold, all that stuff. When the printer goes burr, that's when you're going to start to see these markets happen. Now, what is my plan? Okay, so you got to be paying attention here, because my plan is to keep accumulating throughout all of this. So when do I think that this thing is going to go up? Probably sometime next year. Probably it's usually a little bit further down the line, maybe more towards the end of the year, or if something breaks, it could be this year, right? But who knows? So you've got to really, really understand like how these markets work and not be scared, because let's take a look at one more thing here. All right, actually two more things, because I want to show you what I'm doing to prepare for this. If you take a look at this dump that we've just had, okay, over the war with Hamas and Israel, okay, look at this candle. I mean, it's ferocious. This thing is ferocious, and I think this is on the weekly. On the weekly, this is not good, but then again, you take a look back in August, this one wasn't as big as the one in August, but this could really shake people out. All right, this could really shake people out. Like, people are like, oh my gosh, the world's going to war, blah, 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 blah. It's a very scary time. But when in doubt, zoom out, right? Zoom out. Like, look, we can't even see $250,000, okay, on this chart. If Bitcoin hits $250,000, which I think is realistic, I don't think it's going to. It's going to probably hit between 90,000 and 250, in my opinion. Okay, during this bull market, I could be wrong. Could be even higher, depending on what's going on geopolitically in the fiat currency world. Okay, but look at how small this looked. I mean, it's nothing. And to go back even further, I mean, geez, you can't literally even see this bull market over here. It is completely flat. All right, now let's do $1 million. Okay, this is nothing. This is nothing. So what am I trying to get here? This is a patience game, and if you're not patient, you're gonna get wrecked. All right, so like, I'm using like some leverage, some very, very low leverage, 3x. But I also have a strategy set in place to where I can keep buying my Bitcoin down, because once it goes up and it's out of like the danger zone, I got nothing but upside on that. Okay, but here, realistically, I do think over time, let's say over the next 10 years, Bitcoin will probably hit $1 million. All right, and if you're ready for it and patient, and you're adding to it, that's how you're really going to make money. Here's how I'm really making money over the long term, guys and gals. Be patient. Let's be patient. I'm reading a book called The Psychology of Money. It is so interesting about how people are so impatient when they get into investments. It's not just crypto. It's real estate. It's stock market. It's index funds. It's commodities. When you're looking long term, you can really, really make lots of money. Now, here's how you can really crush it, okay? Right now, by me providing liquidity so people could trade peer-to-peer on what are called decentralized exchanges, I'm earning an extra 9.27% on my Bitcoin. Now, I've seen this as high this year, as high as 50%. And it all depends on how many people are trading. More people trading, this number goes up. less people trading, this number goes down. Right now, we have very, very low trading volume going on, and that's okay. But once the bull market comes, this number here could be 150%, 200%. Again, it's based off of how much trading is going on. And if you learn this skill, or you come with us because we actually have a product where we're able to manage this for you on the blockchain so you never lose custody of your money, so you don't have to worry about like a Voyager, a Celsius, or a FTX type thing going on, you'll see that you can make lots and lots of money over the long term, okay? But this is how we make more money on top of our crypto gains by earning more Bitcoin, more Ethereum. In fact, 10% more per year, right? Right here, almost 10% more. I've seen it higher, and it varies from day to day, okay? But I think overall, I'm probably at a 20% gain on this. Now do that, compound that over 10 years. And how much more Bitcoin and how much more Ethereum are you going to have? And how much is Bitcoin and Ethereum going to be worth? $1 million? Will Ethereum be worth $100,000 at that point in time? See, this is how you become your own bank. These are the things that we teach. I'll drop more videos on providing liquidity, but I just wanted to show you when I believe the Bitcoin market is going to go up. And don't take advantage of this time. Invest, invest, invest. When it's down, invest. It doesn't matter what the markets are doing. If it goes down lower, if it goes down lower, if you're panicking, everybody's going crazy. If you believe in this stuff because you've done the research, stick with it, because I promise you, you will reap the benefits of it. Become the bank, guys and gals. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.